Good morning, YouTube. I am testing today the MIUI ROM, which is now has been ported over to the Samsung Galaxy S. It's pretty much a stable release now. This ROM is a Chinese ROM that has been built up on top of CyanogenMod 7. So it's a gingerbread ROM based on stock Android. It's not based on any Samsung firmware at all. It's a really good ROM. It's probably one of the most original ROMs for this phone. The boots up really quickly. The idea is they tried to take as many UI elements as they can from the iPhone to try to offer a similar iPhone experience, at least in terms of some UI elements. So this is our lock screen. One of the big changes with this ROM versus any other Android ROM I've seen is there is no app tray at all with the launcher. So let's go into settings. That might look familiar if you've seen any iPhone menus. So as you can see, the settings are completely different than Android. Instead of going into one main menu, they're divided into 4 different tabs. I really like how this is set up. And then you have programs at the end. So to go into the About Phone, you go into the System tab. Here's some network settings. So let's go into About Phone. Our version is 1.4.29 or April 29th. Let's go into more information. And this screen probably looks familiar to you. So we have based on Android 2.3.3. That's the kernel, and that's the build 1.4.29 by Mambo and Galnet. Notification shade. So the notification shade is divided into 2 tabs. There's notifications or toggles. If you go into toggles, you can see the type of buttons you'd get on a power menu, or the type of controls you get on notifications are right there. You can reboot, power on off, turn off different radios, and so on. Let's look at the launcher settings. So there's a bunch of different transition effects. I have classic. If I change it to page, see what happens. Let's change it again to, let's try 3D Cube, one of my favorites. Here is a voice recorder. I really like how this is themed with the old school cassette. Hold this down and you can see there's those 2 controls there. One is for wallpaper. So this is to choose the wallpaper. I could choose desktop wallpaper or a live wallpaper. If you look at the desktop wallpapers, there's lots of nice wallpapers, so let's just give one of these a try. There's one with the Chinese junk. I like how that looks. Let's look at some of the other ones. Pretty good wallpaper selection here. Let's try this one. Now we can add widgets by pushing this icon in the corner there. And so this is how it works. These are your screens that are available, and then these are your widgets that are available. So you can just drag widgets into the screens you want in one shot really easily. So let's drag this one, put that there. Let's get one more. Let's get that one. So there you can see the phone call coming in. Slide to answer. That's what the UI looks like. Speaker on, speaker off. There's the keyboard. Really nice looking UI. Mute. Hold. and we can record a call, which is new. There, now we're recording. And we can end. Okay, so I'm not going to answer the call. Now you can see in our lock screen it's showing a missed call there, and if I touch it I can see who it's from. That worked. Now let me send a text so you can see how that behavior is on the lock screen. I really like how that is set up. Okay, so I just sent a text. There's our text. So I like this dialog that pops up, because you can just start typing and reply right away, which is really convenient. I also like this. If you look at your lock screen, it'll show the text right there. Let's do that again. Okay, let's get another text coming in. There it is. Now, if I do this, you can see there it shows that there's a text. I can touch it, and I can see the text there. And of course I can go right into the texting like that. Okay, I want to show you one more thing I really like about the lock screen, and that is this. If you double click on the clock, the music controls come on. Double click, music control off.
You know I hear how this shit go down.
Love that. Now your controls are on the lock screen. Nice. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at the music player. That's the music player that it comes with. Works quite well.
What the man, DJ Case.
The camera is similar to CM7. It works in this release, but it definitely does not work as well as the Galaxy S cameras do. It's very slow, I find. Let's go into the... but it's got good menus. If they sort it out, it would be really good. Let's switch to video. So video also works. Okay. Another feature that I found quite impressive that this phone comes with, this ROM comes with, is if you open the file manager, so you can see it's already scanned and divided it, or classified the different documents. You can just see your music or your videos or your pics. You can see what's on your SD card, and check this out. If you click on that FTP button, so I'm connected to my Wi-Fi network. If I hit start service, it sets up an FTP server. So now I can FTP files right over onto this phone from my Wi-Fi network. All I have to do is use the supplied IP. So it's really good for wirelessly uploading a bunch of files to your phone. Great, or vice versa, uploading or downloading. Great feature. I think this should be stock on Android. Okay, so let's stop that. And just let's look at themes. The MIUI ROM has a lot of functionality for changing themes. So you can just, this is the current theme. So let's go edit theme. We can do all kinds of things. We can change boot animations. See, it looks online for new boot animations. Okay, so just downloaded a new boot animation. can get different lock screens. And we can also completely change the theme. Oops. Okay, now let's get started on our performance tests. Okay, for caffeine mark we got 5004. Let's try RL benchmark. Okay, so we got 42.1 seconds, which is quite fast. Definitely a lot faster than stock, but not as fast as the 33 seconds that we saw with CM7. 3 in a row quadrant test. First one. First result is 1502. Second time we got 1701, so about 200 more. Let's do one more. Okay, third run is about to finish, and our best quadrant score is 1755, so quite fast. It's a very snappy ROM when you're playing with it, and of course you can always make it faster by overclocking it. I'll show you. Let's clock it to 1300 megahertz, and you can see now I have an app that shows our megahertz. So now we're running it. Our max frequency and current frequency there are 1200 to 1300 megahertz. Let's try quadrant one more time. And with overclocking, we see a score of 2146. So in conclusion, I really liked the MIUI ROM. If you like to flash ROMs on your phone, I think you absolutely must try this ROM, because just so you can see how different it is from any other ROM, and it really gives you an idea of the potential that Android offers and the flexibility that Android offers. Okay, so this is the new boot animation that we downloaded and installed. Nothing special. I think I might try another boot animation after this. Okay, thank you for watching.